If you want to do porn, go to Craigslist.
Oh my God.
That's where you start.
This
Honestly,
is a
that's where you
morning
start.
show.
Hello and welcome to Lockdown. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Wargo.
And I'm your other host, William Gabriel. How's it going, Dan?
Going great, man.
Don't lie to me
How
like
are
that. You are in pain right now. You were like, right before we started recording, you're like, this is the longest I'm going to have sat in all week. All week I haven't been sitting because I feel like shit. Would you like to elaborate?
Well, I somehow this week I became an old man.
How old are you?
31.
Okay.
And getting younger every year.
We'll see by the end of this story.
Very interesting how I'm Benjamin Buttoning. But the way that my back has been acting this week has been like that of a 52-year-old woman. Yeah, so it has been
that sounds
spasming.
Hot. Oh,
yeah, it's
spasming.
hot. I mean, it's not hot. It's definitely on the hotter scale. And it's been spasming. I woke up one morning and I was like, oh, bending over doesn't work for me.
No, it's over.
Right? Yeah, which is, it's a hard thing for me personally because I have a dog and he's not a tall dog. He's a short dog. So I have to get down there.
How are you feeding your dog? You're just like putting the food in a bowl and putting it up on the counter. You're like, that's all I can do, boy. If you can get
just drop it on the floor.
You get to eat. You just drop it.
I haven't even picked up the bowl. I'm just like, chase it, have fun.
He just has a quarter now. There's no longer a bowl. There's just a quarter for all of the meals.
It's basically just an Easter egg hunt for him. I'm just like, go, kibble.
That's coming up.
Bits.
That's topical. Easter.
I know. I'm right on it.
So you're on the mend. You're feeling all right.
Today's like yesterday. I walked a lot because like when you have a back issue,
okay,
what
tell
you
us.
Shouldn't do right is sit. Definitely don't sit. And you don't want to even lay down too much. Like, so you want to be up.
With a problem in your back, you want to be moving?
You want to be moving.
What if it's a real problem in your back?
Okay, if it's a real one, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But if you just like have like you kind of whacked your back out like I did.
Whacked your back
too hard.
Whacked your back.
Yeah, and I needed just to like, so yesterday I walked like 7-8 miles, something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay, show off. And I felt good about my 2.
Hey,
I felt good about my 2.
You felt good? Well, you should feel good about your 2.
I'm getting closer, dude. I am like 96% to the Black Rider in my walk to Mordor. And all I have to say is like, holy shit. We used to complain about how, I love them. A lot of people complain about those movies or those books and how long they are. I'm not even to like the first threshold in the story. They walked so much, Daniel. None of them had bad backs. They probably had the best aligned spine because of how much they were walking.
They must have. And you know what? This is super important. It's topical because yesterday I downloaded that app.
Did you really? I've converted him. That's amazing.
I downloaded it. How far are you?
I'm. God damn it, Daniel! You're gonna make me look like shit on my own idea.
I'm sorry. I was waiting to share this with you on the podcast, and you actually brought it up yourself.
That's true.
Like I've been
great
waiting.
Like that. I didn't know.
Write it in the notes because I was like, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna surprise him.
So I'm 94.44% to the encounter with the Black Rider. You're running. It's different. You're fast.
I'm not running.
Oh, okay.
Well, my back, I can't handle that. I am.
It's hard because it doesn't like give you just like an overall.
Which is the first place.
Oh,
I can't even
Tookland,
see.
yeah. You're almost at Tookland.
Wait, see the Black Rider. Where the hell
encounter
is that?
with the Black Rider. That's the very next thing.
Oh, it's the next thing. Oh, just 32. Oh my God.
Just 32.
So that's where you're almost there.
Yes.
Got it.
I'm getting closer.
I hate that you have to log it in.
Yeah, it's a free app. It's
I know,
totally free.
It should connect with my watch.
It looks like they made an app and they were like, we're done. We're just done now.
I thought about that too. I was like, this needs to be better.
It looks like an app from like the iPhone store from like 3, 6, 10, 15 years ago. Like, it looks old. It looks like Cube Runner, like the very first iPhone game. Yeah. But they're still upgrading Cube Runner. But this app, nothing. It's free, though.
Well, it's like...
Can't complain about free.
You can't complain about free. And at the end of the day...
Yeah, you will, though.
I think Craigslist is setting the bar still pretty low.
What do you mean?
Like
Craigslist?
Have you been on Craigslist, like, recently?
No.
Have you been on it ever?
Yeah, like maybe in college was the last time I was really on it.
You haven't been on Craigslist since college?
Not really. I'm more of an eBay guy. I'm not buying people's fridges a lot.
But like, there's jobs on there. There's apartments on there. You don't go and look for any of that stuff?
Nah, I always think it's rape on that site. There were like 5 stories 15 years ago, and now I'm just like constantly terrified.
Killer.
Yeah,
there was. That's not wrong.
Like, hey, do you want to buy a guitar pedal? And then just you're dead. You're raped and you're dead. I don't want that.
Craigslist has set the bar so low on web development. They're just like, we did this in 2006.
So it hasn't even changed.
It's not. It's the same website. I
don't think eBay's changed either, though. Just the logo's a little crispier.
But eBay's got an app. You can be like, I want to see recently sold items. I want to see completed items.
That's true.
Low to high, high to low. Well, you know,
you could think about Craigslist as just next door now. So there's no longer goods. People are just always talking about what the fuck they have and what's going on.
Yep. It's social media for your garage. Or
the Facebook market. The Facebook market is now Craigslist. I kind of forgot that Craigslist was
Craigslist
a thing.
Is more than just marketplace.
Okay.
There's a lot of jobs on there.
There shouldn't be.
If you wanna do porn, go to Craigslist.
Oh my god.
That's where you start.
This is a morning show.
We didn't say it was a kid show.
The first job you pull out, you're like, want to do porn? I hope that's the phone call too. Want to do porn?
Like, what does it pay? $25 for 600 films.
No, but you're right. In college, we used to put up listings for films we were doing.
Yeah,
or we would look at, or we were looking at college films to go and extra in, or just like do other stuff or work on other things. Like, Craigslist was a wonderful place 10 years ago.
It is a
wonderful place. Daniel's on there every day looking for jobs. Looking for jobs in porn. He's like, please, someone just hire me.
My point was that Craigslist and this Walk to Mordor app are very similar.
Same designer.
You know why I decided to download it, William? Is because I was searching through my childhood memorabilia last week.
Don't tell me of a bunch of Lord of the Rings shit that you're going to give me.
No, I'm not going to give it to you.
Give it to me.
But I do have a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff. And I was like, man, I must have really liked this as a kid. Like, what happened? And then I was like, maybe I should give it another try.
What'd you find?
There was like a picture book. Like,
let's price this out. Let's Craigslist this right now.
There was like a big book from the movie. There was like some there was like a almost like a figurine or some sort.
Like a figure? Yeah, like a character figure.
Yeah, like a character figure.
What are toys?
For me, I always, when I was a kid, I was always looking for that thing I wanted to collect, that thing that I wanted to be passionate about. Mm-hmm. I think I knew a couple people who had collections, and Jackson always had this like Simpsons obsession, so he had a lot of Simpsons crap.
That's like the first defining feature about your brother. It was like, wow, this kid likes Simpsons a lot.
He had a lot of Simpsons stuff, and I could never pick one thing, so I had a lot of things.
You like dabbling.
Yeah, I like to dabble. If you look right here, I've got a binder filled with Harry Potter cards. A lot of them.
Let the magic flow through.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Those might be worth some money.
There's a sticker.
There's a sticker.
I keep my galleons at Gringotts Bank.
What this really is a thank you to our moms. Because our moms are the ones that bought us the binder. We didn't buy the binder.
No.
We just wanted the stuff.
I just wanted the stuff, yeah. Yeah, I found a lot of crap up there. I found some collectibles.
Well, I agree that all of us definitely have like a lot of things that we dabble in as we're kids, but it's so baffling to me that at one point just because of who you are and how much you've declared throughout high school, throughout the last 15 years, that you hate The Lord of the Rings. It's so long and unbearable. This blows my fucking mind. Do you think that you actually liked the first one because you were so young? Or do you think this is one of those, like, parent Christmas, we don't know what the fuck to get him, so that's a big movie. You wanted this.
I very much remember my experience.
You've been in the closet about your walking. You love your walking movies. God damn it. Come to the dark side. Just love the movies with us. They're really good.
What I don't like?
They make us cry as adults. It's wonderful.
I just don't like 7,500 characters with weird names and like...
Aragorn.
Like, yeah, it's like, come on, guy. What about Chris? What about Jason? Okay, like just have a normal name so I can pay attention.
Okay, Hitler. Jesus. Like, that's...
Wow.
Yeah. Why isn't he just named Hans? I don't understand. And the blonde hairs and blue eyes. Nothing else.
Are you doing a Hitler impression right now? Is that what's happening?
Can you imagine?
It's terrible. That's terrible.
It's pretty funny, though.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Oh, man, and I hate it all at the same time.
So are you looking to rekindle that love, or are you now kind of just using that as a lesson to be like, I can love stuff and let it go? And are you going to let it go?
But I think, and I'm not going to make any promises,
okay,
but I think I will rewatch the movies.
Extended?
No, God. Let's not go fucking crazy.
If we've learned anything from the Snyder Cut, Daniel, wow, can a director's vision change a movie? I know you didn't watch it this weekend, but holy shit, that was a different movie.
It was a totally different movie.
It was a completely different movie.
I heard 10% of it, meaning 40 minutes of that movie were in slow motion.
I'm not going to lie to you, about an hour could be cut. Like an hour could be cut. There's a good 3-hour movie in there that just Joss Whedon didn't want to finish. He was like, well, what if we just like do what I do? Which is totally like valid. Like if you look at The Town and like what movies used to be, it was about just finishing the project in general, and whoever's the last hand to touch that thing usually screams a little bit of their tone. But man, did he like miss the point of Snyder's idea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
He took out the main plot of the movie.
Oh, weird.
It's really weird.
Is that the thing with Cyclops or Cyborg or
Cyclops is in the X-Men, but we're close. Cyborg's there.
Cyborg. There was a whole storyline with him, right? Or
yeah,
her?
He is the fucking like... He's the mental, just like flow through. He's the heart. The whole thing that happens to him defines what happens to the team.
Oh,
I don't know.
And they just cut that in the Whedon version.
Also, what's good is no longer is that weird CGI lip thing anywhere. That's like not anyone's fault. That's just because like Superman had to go be in a Mission Impossible movie real quick. Sometimes you got to do that.
Sometimes you got to work with Tom Cruise. You know,
it's Tom. I almost said Tom Hanks because of that time that you confused them. I don't know, man. It was a weird reawakening. I almost liked it. Like, let's be clear. Okay. It wasn't a great movie. Yeah. But it was a movie that made sense. And you know what? It might be my favorite of his since 300.
Oh.
And what I'm really interested in like showing this tool, I'm really interested in the internet taking this movie and condensing it to like an actual flick. Something that's not so like, because you can tell that it's so important to him to finish this. It's so important that sometimes that goes against what he's trying to do.
Got it.
So someone with a little less emotional, just like needy to it could really turn this into something cool, I think.
Well, and
we could see that universe come back, because what the fuck else do we have?
I don't know. I saw that they got The Rock coming into that universe, and I was like,
Black
okay,
Adam.
maybe I'm in. Maybe I'm in.
Him in the Flash movie could turn this thing around.
I trust The Rock with almost my life. I would trust him to carry me.
Really? To carry you?
He could carry me very easily, I think.
He's still like an old man and doesn't want to.
Yeah, but he could. So if we were in trouble, we were on the beach, and there's a tsunami coming, he would be like, come on, throw me over his shoulder, run. We'd be running.
You're going to outrun a tsunami. It's The Rock.
The Rock will, yeah.
Dude, make sure to log those miles, though, as yours in the Mordor app.
Of course, I'm not giving them to The Rock. He doesn't need them.
He likes to burn some calories. He likes to work up his endorphins, work his body to absolute exhaustion, and then every Sunday, stuff his goddamn face. And I'm here for it. I love those Instagram stories. Yeah. I think they're the best part of the week. They give me some sort of hope.
There was one time in the beginning of the pandemic where he decided, like maybe week 2, week 3, where he was like, I'm going to live stream my cheat day. And on Instagram. And so I was like,
the whole thing.
Oh, I was like ready for it. I was like,
you poured 6 p.m.
He's live streaming the thing. You know, yeah.
That's an early dinner.
I don't know what time it was. I'm just like, it was wherever. And I got on there, and he literally had all his food, and he had his new Terramana tequila brand. You know,
so it was
that
a mukbang. It was a mukbang.
He didn't eat anything. He just got drunk off of his tequila and then left. And it was like, okay. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't what I wanted.
That's a good commercial, though. That's a good commercial.
He just kept talking and drinking and drinking and drinking. That's a good time.
There's this TikTok trend going around right now that's like, can you drink tequila without making a face, like a shot? And he just like opens up his bottle of tequila and just starts chugging. He just starts chugging. And at the end of the video, there's like this much left in the bottle. And you're like, this is a really day-ending TikTok. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a day-ender.
Like, when you pull his numbers, I guess that's fine, but holy shit.
Yeah. Wow. Good for him.
Speaking of TikTok, we have a wonderful segment for you that we'd like to start things off, get our stomachs growling, get us going. Called Bussin' or Busted, where we look at the TikTok trends of the week, the foodie week, see what they're doing on the interwebs.
We surely do.
I'm really excited for you to pull one soon, because I'm really hurting myself by doing these.
You find the weird stuff.
It's just my feed.
All right, here we go. Stop.
Tell me you've been to prison without telling me you've been to prison.
What is going on?
Dude, have you ever seen anyone cut onions like more of an insane person?
No. Is that just eggs and then the I guess that's not weird.
No, it's just peppers and onions and eggs and
cheese.
And a whole bag of cheese.
Gross. Ham?
I love that she says that piece is gross. That part was not good enough for the bag.
Please
the dog barks. The dog barks, please don't.
Your bag. Goes right in. The boiling water.
What the fuck are you doing?
What kind of chemicals are in a Lay's classic bag, you think?
I don't... She just sous vide a bag of Lay's chips.
Plop.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, God.
Look at that.
What are you... Where do you find this?
Look at that. I don't find them. They find me on the For You page.
I'm hurting.
That's a cooked bag of eggs and peppers and cheese. And possibly ham. Weren't sure what it was.
Some deli meat.
Boiled and cooked in a Lay's bag of chips.
With the chips.
The chips were in there.
Yes.
There's some crunch, Daniel, some texture. Remember you had a problem with the texture thing a few weeks ago.
I do love a good texture.
Tell me everything you're thinking.
I just like the mental health possibilities of someone who would choose to do this.
Doesn't TikTok make you feel like a brilliant human? Like you just feel
sometimes
smart.
I'm just like, I would
it's a nice house too. Like what? You don't have
what
another
do you
bowl
do for work?
So how would you like do this properly? I guess if you wanted to accomplish this idea and didn't want to use a pan, Daniel. Tell me, sous chef.
I can't use a pan?
Well, you're boiling the water, but remember how she puts it in a bag of Lay's? How do we fix that bag of Lay's? Because there's like carcinogenic things coming out of the bag. There's dyes in the water, and it's all mixing with the food. How do you do this safely?
I think you don't.
Okay.
Step one. If you wanted to do the same idea, you would do it with a pan, and instead of potato chips, you would make potato like
hash browns.
Yeah, because you want the crisp, right? That texture.
Yeah.
And I would cut that weird deli meat out and get some bacon.
Dude, it's crazy to me that like none of it's getting kissed by the fire. None of it's getting that little crispy. It's all just going to be like limp in the eggs.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be good.
It reminded me of when people were taking bags of chips on TikTok, smashing them up, adding water and butter, and turning them back into mashed potatoes.
I've seen this.
Yep. And you're telling me that I'm finding the weird shit. No, that's just showing how fucking bizarre this country is. I don't know how much of these videos are from other countries. It seems to mostly be fucking Manhattan and Orange County. Like, that's most of the videos that we're seeing.
This is just wrong. There's just so much wrong here in America. You know, we've got so many problems. And now we have to add the way that we cook eggs.
Like, there's a Department of Defense. We need a Department of Cooking real bad.
Like, yeah, you know what? You're right.
Everyone gets at least one pan, so no one has to cook out of a bag.
Please do not sous vide.
Like, it does look like something they do in prison, right? It looks like somebody making like a weird prison cook. But they've got like this huge kitchen. What are you doing?
Like, you...
This isn't built off necessity. This is built off you being stupid.
Take that pot.
Yeah.
Dump all the water. Put it back on the burner.
It's a nice house.
I don't even give a shit. Someone will eat it.
The water.
Then you put the pot back on. Pour the egg mixture in there. No chips. Throw the bag of chips away or wrap it up. But they already put some kind of weird egg in there, so you probably just want to toss that shit. Then...
You're right.
Make an omelet.
What was the one lone egg? There was one lone egg cooked in.
Yes. Like, why? And then you did this other thing. For what? Like, I think people just want to be famous. And I get it, I guess. Like, they're like, I'm going to go viral by doing something
you don't even think that this is a real idea. This is a
Who would eat it? Who would eat it?
I don't know.
It's making me mad.
I think they're going to eat it. It's like at least $10 worth of food right there. They better fucking eat it. They better fucking eat it.
God, I'm so grossed out.
Well, I'm glad.
Why do we keep doing weird things with chips?
Okay, so Daniel, while I have you in the heat of emotion, is this bussin' or busted?
It's busted, bro. It's busted. It's... honestly, I want to, if they have a Venmo, I'm going to send them $10 just because I think they could use it.
Do you think the eggs at McDonald's are any better?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I don't know why.
But I don't know why.
It's more of a personal feeling I have that I think the eggs from McDonald's are probably
the meth.
okay.
I love the meth in them.
Hey, there's nothing like a good egg McMuffin. Do. Boo!
Well, we're talking about weight gain, weight loss. Let's talk about the weight room, Daniel.
The weight room. So last week on the Talk Down, thanks to Nadia, we had we talked a little bit about the women's basketball tournament, March Madness, having a very different weight room experience.
They've been taken seriously as athletes.
Yes, they had like 4 sets of dumbbells from 2.5 to 10 pounds.
Not even dumbbells, like Hello Kitty fucking just like
little
tubes.
Like the grandmas use them at the gym in those classes.
You know, like when you're driving through like a suburb and there's that one lady with her pumps as she's walking? Those.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
That's all I lift though too.
So they had those. and one of the girls on one of the teams made a TikTok, went viral, went on Twitter. People were like, "What the fuck? Why the guys get all this shit?" Blah blah. And it was very disparaging. And so she posted another TikTok. Thanks to her, everything was like dealt with, and it kind of went viral and became a thing. And so she
picture says 1,000 words, and a video says 1 million.
A video says 1 million. And so I want to share with you her response.
Guess what, guys? We got a weight room. Yeah! We got a ton more dumbbells. Look at that. Look at
those
all
are like
these
real
racks
dumbbells now.
for
Hey,
squats and whatever we want to do.
There's
We got a bunch
bands.
of bands. Look at this, guys.
Stretchy
and we got some
bands.
equipment. Ayo, thank you NCAA for listening to
Ayo.
us. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for real. Yay, guys! Yeah.
So that's the state of the weight room.
Do you think anyone's pissed? Do you think anyone in that group was like, God damn it, Bethany, we were going to have a week to just chill and get drunk, and you made us continue to work out? I don't know if her name's Bethany. Her name's probably not Bethany.
Her name's, I think, Sedona.
Sedona.
So
who pulls that out of their back pocket? I don't have a Sedona ready to go. I do now.
So anyway, I think that weight room's nicer than the men's one. I've seen the men's one, and I think they won. I mean, they didn't win in the beginning. Like,
and that's what it's about. Who wins? Great job, Daniel.
Well, it's a
bringing
tournament.
People together.
It's a tournament. That's literally the whole point.
How are your bets doing?
Oh, amazing.
Oh. His eyes are lit the fuck up right now.
We had a weekend. Mm-hmm. We had a weekend, dude. It went on from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. There were like almost 100 games.
Were you jumping up and down from like baskets? Like, were you just like, woohoo moments?
Sometimes. Yeah, there were moments.
I think we just figured out what happened to your back.
That might have been it. There might have been some movement there.
Too much celebration.
There might have been. But we started with $50 each. This is me and Nikolai. And right now, I'm sitting at $300. Pokemon what?
Yeah, I won't see my returns for a few years. So good job, Daniel. Good job, Daniel.
Yeah. We've been on fire. We start again tomorrow. Sweet 16.
Well, I wish all of the best luck to you. I hope that these female teams get to have all the tools that they need. We didn't see pictures of their food or their swag. Did those things change, or did they just get a better gym? Because they better be getting better meals.
I think they're getting better meals, because I checked out that girl's TikTok, and she's got a lot of things where she's eating on there. Could just be what she likes. Girls got to eat, but it could be connected to NCAA. Not sure.
Could be connected. They're connected.
Unsubstantiated.
We'll never know. We're never going to be at that level where someone's just buying us meals all week long.
No.
Not unless we pay for it.
Buying meals.
Oh.
Did you hear? And I know you did, because you typed this into the document.
This is cool, then. The way you're doing this, absolutely fun.
Did you hear that you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin now?
That is a meal. You can't just eat a Tesla.
You can, with Bitcoin. I said, speaking of buying.
So is this the first car to ever use a cryptocurrency for the purchasing method in the States, in the world? That's what I was unclear about. I'm pretty sure it's the only one in the States, and currently you can only buy a Tesla if you're in the States. Like, you can't have a Bitcoin in Germany or Japan or somewhere. I don't know why I picked the two axes of World War II, but I did.
And you did a Hitler impression. Like, this is getting weird.
I like history, Daniel.
Messages.
I'm not sending shit.
You're like, parlor's down. I'm gonna send messages
to my
podcast.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Yikes on yikes.
I'm not certain.
Japan will rise. What?
I've got to go.
Japan will rise.
Best of luck. And so in the meantime, you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin, apparently.
Because that's what Americans allow you to do. Great job.
Yeah, it's America. And I would expect more car companies and more big companies to follow suit in the future, in the near future, semi-near future. But they seem to be leading the way in this.
But doesn't that market fluctuate so incredibly between just like what the value is? Like, what if you buy a Tesla, you overpay? Money, for the most part, at least our currency, pretty steady. Like, it does have its dips and ups based on no information, based on absolutely no research, just telling you the way it is. But Bitcoin, over the last like 5-6 years, has had like such ups and downs of what the value is. What's the like margin of split difference? Like, what's the highest and what's the lowest, roughly? And then how does that transcribe to a purchase actually like being honored past a certain point? Like, what if you overpay and then people just start buying Teslas for like crazy cheap? Are they going to like fluctuate the amount of Bitcoins it costs?
Yes, in essence.
Speak for Elon Musk, Daniel. Tell us the answers.
So the cost of the car will be the same price whether you pay through Bitcoin or pay through a dollars or some kind of loan or whatever. It's really more about the opportunity that you can use your like a crypto wallet, right? Because you might have $200,000 tied up in cryptocurrency. You could. I don't know.
Who are those people?
Well, people who are buying a Tesla with Bitcoin, right?
There you go. Very true.
And so they're really just exchanging the Bitcoin for a car. That rate of where Bitcoin is at will determine on that day, like how much your portfolio is worth.
Okay.
Right?
So it'll vary based on the day.
But the car will cost the same amount.
Okay.
It's just the amount of capital you have in your investment portfolio with cryptocurrencies. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
It's a little bit.
It seems hard on my end to understand and comprehend what a pricing would be, but that makes a lot more sense. My brain always goes to like fucking, what can we do to like make people want to go that route? Like, when I see a company introduce something like this, to me, it makes me feel like they want us to start going this way. Like, Apple was like, you know what? No more headphone jack. Figure it out, fuckheads. And look at us a few years later. We figured it out. Like, I kind of feel like that's a little bit the hand here. We're taking a new way to purchase the cars, and pretty soon, maybe that's the only way to get, like, the best Teslas, or the Teslas with certain features, or you get shit thrown in if you use your crypto wallet instead of just pouring American money. I don't know.
I think I don't know that they're trying to push the envelope as much as open a door right now.
Sure. I don't think like it's this terrible fucking thing. I just think it's funny to parallel to the Apple.
Yes.
Like, people just make changes at a certain point because they feel like that's where the market's going.
Right. And I think, maybe they're onto something, maybe they're not. I'm not going to speak into whether crypto is going to be the way of the future. It sure as hell could be.
It is.
Probably, but I don't know. Like there's a lot to be.
We're going to be using
here.
Bitcoin. We're going to be using Pokemon cards, and we're going to be using Fortnite skins. That will be the currency.
Hey, that's a world. That is a world, and it is one we might live in.
Sounds sad.
But for right now, you can buy a Tesla with your Bitcoin. And actually, recently they filed so companies have to file paperwork, every couple months or whatever. So they changed
they just have to give us what they're doing. Those rascals.
Changed, like, the title of the CEO. So Elon Musk is no longer the CEO of Tesla. He's like I can't remember what he is.
Tax scandal? But, is that what this is? Is this for tax purposes?
Elon Musk. No.
I mean, they're already moving to Texas, aren't they? Or did they already?
CEO. I can't remember what he is, but yeah, I think they already moved to Texas. But he anyway, so the CFO, which would be the chief financial officer, that would be the person handling the money and all of that. They changed that title in the Tesla company to Master of Coin. So the CFO is now the Master of Coin.
You really better rewatch those Lord of the Rings movies because we're going to a weird fucking place. Holy shit. Master of Coin. Is this like Game of Thrones? What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Elon Musk is so much like fuck the system. I'm not going with the system.
The system. What?
I know. He so is the system that he's like fuck the system. It's like it's ironic. He loves that. It's too much. It's too much, Elon.
Well, we know from this, the companies always know what they're doing. They are always on toppity-tippity, every little detail. They know what's going on. And something's going on in Captain Crunch, I think.
I heard about this.
Did you hear about this? The shrimp.
Yes.
There is a man on the internet. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Doesn't matter. He's just a man. He's a figure. He's a lifeless void that randomly tweeted out a picture to the Cinnamon Toast Corporation. Is that Kellogg's? What is that?
Probably Kellogg. I don't know.
It's probably not.
I mean, you know, shrimp covered in shrimp and sugar. CTC squares.
That's not Kellogg.
No, I don't know what the hell that is.
So he tweets out an image, seemingly have just opened his bag of crispy, glittery cereals to fall into his bowl to pour that milk when he sees, 2 shrimpy tails. Like someone had just eaten the shrimp off of it and thrown the tails away into his bag of cereal.
It's interesting that they're still covered in cinnamon sugar.
Right.
No, I don't hate that.
Do you know how much cinnamon sugar is at the bottom of that bag, though? Like everything is going to get everything's going to get a kiss.
Yeah, it's true.
Later that day on Twitter, Cinnamon Toast Crunch was like, hey, there's no way that's shrimp. There's no way that's shrimp. Those are actually clusters of sugar particles that come together.
Really?
Did you see that? No, they were like, there's no fucking way that this is that. And then later, he tweets a bunch of shit back to them, showing more things wrong with the bag, more other gross things. He takes the bag to a science lab. Who so badly needs to prove a company wrong? I think, like... This is performative.
I mean, this story...
This feels performative.
It might be. This story gets deeper and deeper and deeper.
It does, Daniel. Would you like to go down the rabbit hole?
I'm ready.
He's married...
I heard this.
To Topanga from Boy Meets World.
I know.
We're just starting. That's the surface. Ready? Okay. So he's a producer.
Yeah.
Something like that in Hollywood.
Yeah, we all are.
About 15 plus actresses came out saying that he is like the most manipulative, lying, crazy person that so many people have had to go into therapy over.
Oh, come on. Okay.
So I don't know. So there's 2 things going on. Possibilities. There is crazy man that so badly wants to take down a children's cereal box company, just be like, you put shrimp in my fucking cereal, and they're like, what? What? The cereal company itself hired all these women. No, like, this feels like he's probably full of shit, and Topanga needs to find Corey real soon.
Well, she should maybe go get that job back at Nordstrom's down at Fashion Island, where she used to work.
She was very nice when we met her. Don't speak
back
ill of the dead.
High school, we used to do a show right outside that Nordstrom's, and
it was a tree lighting. It was a Christmas tree lighting, and
she worked at that Nordstrom's in like the gift wrapping department or something like that. And they sent her home because we were all so excited that she was there. They sent her home from work.
We ruined her day at work?
We gave her a day off with pay.
I don't even remember if like someone told me to go up there or if we discovered that she was there, but we definitely immediately ran downstairs and told everybody.
Yes.
So I don't know if someone did that to us or if we just found her and then did that, but we're definitely part of the
near
problem.
The bathrooms, and I think that's where we would go to the bathrooms.
Oh, it was at gift wrapping.
Gift wrapping, and the bathrooms
on the third floor.
there. Yeah, but the bathrooms are right there. Isn't that right?
Sure.
And we would have to go there because we had just like a tent outside.
Yeah, I was a professional. I held it. I held it.
No, you didn't.
For the elves.
No, you didn't. You didn't hold anything. You went straight up to gift wrapping, and you're like, Topanga, where's the baño? She's like, it's over there.
Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't even have to go to the bathroom, Daniel.
Well, this story does get deeper.
Yep.
The lies keep on coming.
Dude, I was 17 and it was Topanga. Give me a break.
Hey, I'm giving you a break.
Thank you.
What I'm not giving a break to, though,
yes,
is how this gentleman, Topanga's husband, whatever, he probably has like 500 Twitter followers. I'm just guessing. And he's like, this is weird. I'm going to post a picture of my shrimp tails in my thing. And then all of a sudden, his whole career, his whole life is embroiled in this Twitter Shrimpgate.
Shrimpgate. Yeah.
Shrimpgate fantasy thing that now he has to prove, hey, I'm not a manipulative son of a bitch. And I got shrimp in my cereal.
So what have you learned, Daniel?
Don't worry about this guy.
Never go up against a cereal company because they will fucking end your life.
They will, and they can turn sugar into any shape they want. So if you think you got a thumb in there,
pretty incredible and ballsy of them to be like, that's not a shrimp tail. We can't determine that that's a shrimp tail. That's sugar clumps.
Sugar. Like, yeah, but it looks like a shrimp tail. Well,
smells
we're
fishy
really good
too.
at what we do.
If you find that, you're the winner, and you get to put that in your soup later. That's what you've learned. Don't go tweeting that. Oh my god.
We just gave you 5,000 followers, and we ruined your career.
But he'll have a podcast. He'll have a Patreon podcast. It's behind a paywall. Only 10 people really listen to it, but it's at $10 a month, so he's making $100 a
month. That's a lot of cereal. Well, that's an interesting story.
We're gonna keep following it though, because I don't even know where it's gonna go. Because it keeps going deeper. Who knows what's real?
Further, I mean, like
my favorite part is that he got it tested at a lab, and they determined yes, they are shrimp.
Oh, they did.
Yes,
so that happened. So
yes.
it is shrimp.
Yeah,
it's not a sugar clump.
Even buckled in the box of cereal like it was a passenger in his car and took a tweet. That's what makes me feel like this is bullshit.
Yeah,
like there's so many pictures to it that it's like, is this some weird marketing campaign to get us to eat this cereal? Because it's not working. I don't want it.
No, this is doing the opposite of that for me.
Speaking of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, have you ever tried the churro version?
No. Isn't that just Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Like they put more cinnamon in it?
It's a slightly different sugar blend. And instead of squares, mini churros with a hole in the middle that lets the milk go through and explore.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Hashtag churro gang.
So good.
Hashtag churro gang.
Hashtag churro gang.
Time to switch it up, Daniel.
Okay, I can't wait for this.
Yeah, try them out. They don't have Pokemon cards in them, but they are delicious.
Hey, not everything needs to have Pokemon cards for me to eat it. Just so you know.
Well, that's that one.
There's no easy segue to this next one, so I'm just going to pick
There's not, because it's fucking terrible.
So,
yeah.
Back on to news of the virus.
Oh.
And the pandemic that we are finding ourselves exposed in.
I don't know what you're talking about. I got my first dose of the vaccine last weekend. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great, baby. I think the virus is over. I think we should all move to Texas. Like, it's different now. I'm just kidding.
That's one way to look at it.
No, but we're still in the pandemic, as you were saying. My bad.
We're still in the pandemic, and there's one city in America that has been seeing a surge of people. What is that city, William?
Is it just the city, or is it the whole state?
Well, it's the whole state, but it's really just the city.
It's really just Miami.
Your hometown.
My hometown. I was born in Miami all of a sudden. Dude, what a way better origin story.
Man.
Oh my god, that'd be so
Also
rad.
dance like a freaking Cuban. I don't. Is that a thing? From Miami. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw Miami things.
They have like a lot of hot dogs, like weird Cuban hot dogs, sandwiches. So basically, all that Daniel knows about Florida is the movie Chef. That's all he knows about Florida.
And Dexter. Don't forget Dexter. There's a lot of murders that go on in Miami.
They get dumped in the water. They shot most of that in Long Beach.
Yes, I know, but
okay.
Miami in their mind.
Yeah, they're seeing a surge, so much to the point because it's spring break. It's spring break for the college kids, for the youngins, for the 20-somethings that don't have their life put together. We're in our 30s. We still don't have our life put together, but we're not there. We're not having the fun.
No. I don't need a spring break to know that I get a
so much so,
break.
There's a curfew. There's a curfew for what, like 8
went
p.m.?
Crazy. Well, yeah, I think 8 p.m.
It looks
thousands of people.
When you see the images that have been coming out, it looks like something from a few years ago. It looks like Mardi Gras. It looks like Vegas during like New Year's. It's fucking packed.
It's crazy. Yeah,
not a single mask.
I have a clip actually that I want to share with you.
Let's do it.
Really represents what Miami is on spring break right now. And this is like
which sucks because like I want to go to Miami really bad.
Well, me too, but like not right now, man. Not right now. All right, let's share this clip.
I really want one of those hot dogs.
Me too, man. Hot dogs sound great right now. You ready for this?
10 in the morning. Is this the Santa Monica Pier 2 years ago? Like what? You know what? Dude, and they're all running. How are they gonna ever catch him? How are they gonna ever catch him, Daniel?
The first time I saw that video, I had to watch it again because I was like, did someone just open the door to that thing?
Dude, incredible. Incredible. Look at Chad get away. Chad just runs away. Doesn't really care that he's still handcuffed. He's like, I'll figure that part out later. We're just gonna get away right now.
It's Miami. Someone can get these off me.
Jesus, Daniel. I mean, they're having fun. The cops aren't wearing any masks. Didn't they open the state just like they're just doing what they said they wanted to do?
This is Florida. You know, it's Florida. I don't know what to tell you about it. Huntington Beach expanded.
Yeah,
the whole state.
It's kind of Huntington Beach a little bit.
Yeah.
But what we can take away is that herd immunity will sort of start to work because of natural selection in this state where these people are going back to, and there's like, this is bad. This is bad. A lot of people are going to get sick.
I would imagine so.
But aren't we like really going down in our numbers right now? Isn't it really plummeting everywhere?
No.
Or just in California?
In California, we've had a pretty good month.
We win. We have water now too.
Yeah, exactly. We have water.
It rained.
But yeah, it rained. We're doing great. But no, the numbers in the country are starting to tick upward again after staying pretty stagnant for a little while.
Okay.
So we don't know what's going to happen. If the numbers do kind of get out of control again, we're hoping that we will see a sharp decline in hospitalizations and deaths because of the vaccine.
We're hoping.
Yeah, that's the hope. That's the hope. Honestly, I mean,
sure.
Like we might get up to 100,000 cases a day again or something like that.
Even with everyone vaccinated?
I mean, we're at yesterday there was 80,000 cases.
In the whole country?
Yeah.
Great job, guys.
We're nowhere near out of this pandemic.
No, but I will be. So close, Daniel. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, and I get my second.
2 more. So is it 3?
No, that's not
weeks?
true. 3 weeks.
4. Yeah, it's 4 weeks in between the first and second dose, and then 2 weeks after that, you'll be fully vaccinated.
Dude, that thing gave me a headache, though.
Yeah.
My arm was kind of dead the second day, but that night of getting the vaccine, dude, I had like crazy. I think it was just stress and anxiety when it happened. But when he fucking put that shit in me, I was like, am I getting drunk right now off of this thing? I have to drive. And they're like, wait in the store for 15 minutes. It was at a CVS. We're just like, buy some Cheetos and some people panhandling outside. And you're like, I have to make sure I don't feel like shit.
Right.
And he's like, the second one, don't plan on doing anything for 2 days. He's like, don't go on a first date. Don't have a job interview. And I'm like, this guy thinks a lot of me. These are nice things to expect me to be doing.
Go on a first date or a job interview. You're like,
who's doing that right now?
Cool. Yeah, I'll think about that. No, we're
stay at home, be a lazy fuck. Got it.
Speaking of, you got your vaccine. We in California, I think it was yesterday, we announced that by April 15th, anyone over the age of 16 can apply to get a vaccine.
And that's a lot earlier than the rest of the country, right?
A lot of the country is doing that right now, starting to do that.
Okay.
But the idea was originally Biden gave a deadline of May 1st was his goal for states to aim for. And we are beating that by
where we're looking at
15 days or 16 days. And some countries have started that, or some states have started that.
We're getting there though, Daniel. So you're not wrong.
We are. We're very close to that. So anyway,
to be the United States of whatever.
Which is kind of funny because I was able to get an appointment this week before that announcement was made.
Welcome to the resistance.
After that date, it's on April 22nd is my appointment. So I'm like, what the fuck,
dude? It's kind of crazy. It started piling up the way people were applying for this. My mom was like, people are waking up at 4 a.m. when they open the shit.
Yep.
To call ahead.
Yeah. You have to find what my experience with it, because we were trying to get my dad a vaccine for a long time. You have to find a pathway that works. And the state is not, they've not done a good job of putting this thing together. It's free for all. And so the app might work for some people, but it did not work for my family at all. So you have to go a different route. And maybe that route doesn't work, so you go a different route. And so there are a lot of different places that are administering vaccines, and they're all doing it their own way.
Right. And it's very broken up by borders of cities. Like, just a different zip code can fuck you up with where you are on the line, which is very troubling to think about, that we're kind of segregating who gets to have stuff.
Oh, it's been a terrible system. I'm glad people are getting vaccinated at high rates.
You better. You like me. You like me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do this show with you.
So be happy with it.
I mean, I'm happy people are getting vaccinated. We need as many people to get vaccinated as possible. And I am hoping that, I think in a perfect world, it would have gone in order from people who need it most to people who need it least. But that's just not the way that we did it as a state. Some states are doing that better.
And it started to look like people were jumping the line. So it was
they have been, yeah.
So I just applied pretty regularly. Didn't do this crazy wake up in the early mornings. I just fucking downloaded the app, put in my shit, and they were like, "Oh, you will die if you don't get this." And I feel like I didn't even answer anything about me. I didn't really go into any health nothing. And it was you need this.
And did you have to prove anything when you were at the vaccine site?
No.
So there was no proof that you actually needed it, other than you need it, right?
Well, yeah.
But there was no.
It's a CVS, and they're just trying to get you in and out.
So they're not doing it, and on the app you didn't need to show any proof.
No, but I do think that they probably just have access to medical records.
Yeah, maybe.
Those
are scattered, though.
The one that I had, that's the way it was interpreted to me, that it's able to connect.
Okay. Yeah. The way that I'm able to get one was a lady on the phone was like, do you have any pre-existing conditions? I was like, no. And then, but I live with someone who does. And they were like, great. I was like, oh, okay. Cool.
Well, they just want, most of these people that are administering it, they just want people vaccinated. They just want people safe.
They're basically like weed doctors. They're like, what symptom do you have? Anxiety?
Yeah.
Do you have anxiety?
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say you have anxiety.
Is it is it Johnny in Entourage that goes in? He's like, I've got a lung condition. And they're like, I don't think smoking is for you.
Not.
No, but it's like not from smoke.
Oh,
so we'll all get it by the 15th. We'll all be eligible to get it.
Eligible, yeah.
In summer, hot girl summer. It's going to be a great time. We're all going to be doing the Miami thing. We're going to get our curfews back. We're going to get our riots back. It's going to be a grand summer.
Fingers crossed. We still need to get to herd immunity. In order to do that, we got to talk a lot of adults who are not interested in getting the vaccine into getting the vaccine.
So if there's anyone to blame in all of this, we're running it a little long right now, so I just want to make sure we're staying on topic. We're letting Daniel stretch his back out. If there's anyone to blame in this situation, it's Biden.
He's Joe.
He's the new go-to guy.
It's Joe.
Doesn't matter if he's nice or mean. It's his fault.
It's his fault, and
Did you see what we missed last week? We just missed this by a few hours. He was getting on Air Force One. Mm-hmm. And he became a slinky.
I did see a little trip. Let's watch.
Let's give it a watch.
Yeah.
See what's up, Mr. Bide. Here he is. This is totally real. That's what happened. The wave at the end. Obviously, that's not real, but that's how it all felt. That's how it felt.
Incredible. God, I love the internet.
It's kind of better than showing the real thing. The real video is just sad. Because you're like, fuck. He's old and he's like running up that fucking stair. Like, what are you doing?
You're like, oh, damn.
My favorite detail about it, he's trying so hard to just do the one hand thing on the way up. Stumbles a few times. He's like, no, still got it. Fuck, still got it. Falls the rest of the trip up, both hands on the railing. he's like, that's not happening again.
I want someone to do that for his run out to the microphone when he became the president.
Oh, God. Can you imagine if on that run he fell? Like, that's all I was thinking during that run.
I know.
That changes that speech. It changes it a lot.
It does. It definitely does.
Remember when Jennifer Lawrence went up for an Oscar? No one remembers her winning. They just remember her falling.
That was a day.
Poor Jennifer.
Poor Jen. And so should we take a quick break?
Yeah,
I'm going to stretch my back.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Lávate las manos. Es muy importante que te laves las manos. Wash your damn hands.
And we're back to the show now. Daniel's alive and well. I don't know if he's still muted.
No, I'm here. I'm here, baby. I'm here, baby.
I love that you went to go move your back because you're like, I don't feel good. Came back, shimmying your shoulders. You were like, I'm back, baby.
Well, that's how good these stretches are.
Yeah?
That's how good these stretches are.
Okay.
They elongate
really quickly.
Me. Yes.
Less jumping this weekend. Less excitement. Clap for your games. Clap for your bets. Let's keep you young, pal.
Keep it easy.
My back
going
hurts
up
too.
500 this weekend.
I didn't do anything to make my back hurt. It just was hurting.
Just hurts.
So that's a great sign.
Well, I didn't do anything for this either. I woke up.
And before we wrap things up, we like to do something every week. We like to teach Daniel a little something about the internet. And I haven't really been seeing too much of this story on the news. Not in a place that's interesting or giving any facts. It's just sort of like this stalling information and reusing of pictures. But Daniel, it only took us a few weeks to get out of this pandemic. We're still in it, but trying to return to normalcy, right? We're having spring break.
In Miami,
having a great time. We're having school shootings.
Not school ones, but we're having shootings.
We're back to that shit. And now we're also back to North Korea problems.
Yeah, saw that.
They're doing some stuff.
They're
testing some missiles. They first started with some short range. Apparently they're allowed to shoot those.
I heard that. Yeah.
They're allowed to do. Isn't that fucking bizarre? It's like when you drive through a city through 4th of July and you're like, only the floor fireworks here. Don't shoot any into the air, but the streets, burn them. Burn the asphalt. Just so much trash in the streets and in the gutters. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's the same Okay. Then the next day, yesterday, North Korea, 2 ballistic missiles tested.
Ooh.
Basically as a swinging dick of Biden, because they're about ready to come out with their new sanctions, their new administration's adaptation of what North Korea is allowed to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is him swinging some dick. Thoughts?
Well, I have a lot of trust in my government right now, more so than I did for the past 4 years.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping that
it's a political show.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that they will be able to handle this diplomatically. I know that's not a word normally associated with Kim Jong-un or his crazy sister.
Dude, she's cool.
She's crazy. I don't know her name yet, but I'm sure I will someday when she kills me.
Yeah, like when she runs the world. She's going to kill you in person. She will kill you personally.
I do know your name now.
Meanwhile, I'm just going to be best friends with her to save face. I'm just a jester. I'm not part of
Dennis Rodman type motherfucker.
I like Dennis Rodman. He's a cool guy.
Do you remember when he went to play basketball with Kim Jong-un?
Yes.
He's like, he's just a guy.
Yeah, I felt like when he did that, he was like, please don't bomb where my family lives. I feel like that's what that was.
He's like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to want to move.
It's just bizarre to me that, like, that's what they're focused on in this time of, like, what is North Korea's numbers like actually on the virus? Do we even know?
They've said they've never had any. I'm pretty sure.
So nothing.
We don't have any information on that now.
Weird. I wonder how good or bad they're doing. Like, if they're just, like, killing it, like, they're doing really great, it's going to piss me off. Like, they've opened their own Nintendo World at Disneyland during this time, and they're like, yeah, everything's fine down here.
We can do this.
Up here. It's North Korea, not down. It's up.
Yeah, I always actually weirdly think of North Korea underneath South Korea.
What is that? Why are we doing that?
Why is that? Weird. I do that too. Like, I'm like thinking of them above South Korea now, and I'm like, that's a new world. That's a new world. I don't know, Kim Jong. This guy's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm so tired of dealing with him.
We've had like a good year of perspective over the last 13,
remember he
15
almost
months.
Died like a year ago.
You think that would have changed the man?
Everyone thought he did die. There was a time we were like, we think he's dead, and then everyone was like, wait, but is he? And then everyone was like, I don't know. We think maybe.
That was a really good interpretation of Twitter. Thank you, Daniel.
That was Twitter a year ago.
Was that during the pandemic or before?
I don't even know. I think it was during.
Interesting.
So it could be before.
In the mess, we were unsure. And we're still kind of unsure. Like, have we really seen him, like, hanging out a lot?
Do we ever?
I guess not. So it might just be his sister now.
Maybe.
Doing the wildness.
I think she's taken a big role in this administration. For sure.
The only troubling thing about this, on a serious point,
the
Olympics are coming up in Japan.
They are. In Japan, which is not Korea.
No, but the testing of these missiles is something that clearly they're not going to get here. I wonder why the testing. Is it literally just like, we don't get to play in the games, so a poo? They don't know. They don't play in the games, right? The Hunger Games.
That surprises me. I don't know. Do they play in the games?
I don't think they do.
Do they know? Do the people that live there know that the Olympics exist?
The government or the citizens?
The people, the citizens, because they're told information. They're not given all the information of the
Probably
world.
Not. They're probably told like it's a fake thing from the great beyond. Like they probably have pictures of. I don't know. They're kind of friends with Russia,
or maybe they think Kim Jong-un is like the main gold medalist.
Aren't they like friends with Russia?
Yeah, I think so.
Russia's all about fucking shit up at the Olympics, so I feel like they know.
Yeah, maybe
they look at Russia as like
definitely knows.
They play for us. They play for us.
There are people. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, he does this right. Not that it's any less not to take away the seriousness of it.
I mean, we bombed Syria this year. Like, we're no fucking grand, amazing person. You know, like, everyone's doing a bunch of wild shit. And I just thought after this year, this 13, 14, 15-month period, that we really would have had a different perspective on what human existence would be like. But turns out not really.
Well, things are, when you get into this national and international kind of perspective, there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of moving parts. We don't know all the information. We don't have all the information.
I don't have the heart for all the information.
Yeah. So it's like, that's why I'm personally glad to have, not that I'm going to love everything he does, but I like that I have a president in the office who I don't think is a total crazy person. Like,
he does fall down the stairs, but not
I don't care.
Super crazy.
I can handle that.
Daniel falls down the stairs. This is
I have a back issue. Yeah. Right? I get it. Me and Joe, we get it. But I'm just gonna let him do his thing, not put pressure on him or, make sure that he's doing the right thing, but I'm trusting that he at least is responding to situations in the way that he and his administration feel best, and I feel like they're going to do it competently. Not all the time, but historically speaking. And so
we should get Elon Musk to make missiles for him, make him only buy it in Bitcoin, and then all of the missiles don't work like most of his missiles. Like, terrible they just idea. Explode.
That's a North Korea idea. That's what happens literally every day in North Korea. They're like, let's shoot a missile. It didn't work. Okay. Let's try it again.
But at least this way we'll get some Bitcoin out of that country.
The greatest thing about North Korea testing missiles is we know that they cannot make missiles. They're not terrible at it.
Not yet. Not till they get Elon.
They're terrible at it. They can get it up in the air, which is, that's
dude, they can get it up in the air. That's a big part of missiles.
They can't make it explode. So for whatever reason, they're just like, doesn't make sense.
I remember I was watching a video of them and I don't know if this video is pulled from before this current test or if this was actually released video of the test. But you see him standing there with all of his guys, all hands behind their back, very proper. You see the missile shoot up, and then it just starts to curve and really just go this way, and it almost goes like this way out of the screen, like it enters and exits like this. And it's so you can just see him kind of sigh and relax a little bit, like, fucking scientists.
That was not the one.
It's not what it's supposed to do.
Took a sharp left turn.
Took a sharp left, honey.
Just like this show. We took a sharp left turn somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. But 10 minutes later. Such a fucking wild story that, the world is back to ending again. We're just right back on it. None of us fucking learned. Ugh, it sucks. It sucks.
This existence is difficult.
But at least we have friends.
Yeah.
And some family left. I don't want to see them at Thanksgiving, but they're there.
I'm hoping we hold on to this pandemic for a couple more Thanksgivings.
Yeah, actually, I just would like to keep this 6 feet distance thing going. Just for a while.
Honestly, the fact that everything's kind of opening up, we're almost back to orange tier here in LA and Orange County. It's no thank you.
Yeah, don't come say hi to me if I'm at the grocery
if it's
store.
Safe, no thank you.
No, I see your Instagram stories. I know where you've been.
Be anywhere near this person.
Was that the internet?
Yeah, we did it, man.
Was that an episode?
That wasn't actually an episode. I'm surprised at how much time has passed.
It
went quickly.
Thank you.
Very
that means you had fun with me. I tricked you.
You tricked me today, you son of a bitch.
I drank a whole coffee and I'm onto the Diet Coke. So it's been a good one.
I finished my coffee too. It's gone.
Empty
Sad
mug.
Face. Sad face.
Well, thank you all for hanging out with us today. This has been another this is episode 45, 46?
One of those, yeah.
46, I think. So we're just climbing to the top of the mountain.
Tippity top.
Where can the people find you, Daniel?
People can find me on YouTube. I'm Daniel Wargo, and that's my YouTube. Where can the people find you, Will?
You can find me on Twitter at Will J. Gabriel, or you can watch the show live every Friday, 10 a.m. at twitch.com/silentwill_, because some asshole stole just the regular Silent Will. We're going to fight him one day. We're going to take his lunch money. But I think that's all we have to do here today. Just like always, we're going to have the talk down at the end of every episode. Say hi to our friends. Say hi to all of you beautiful faces that have been in the chat today. And
if you like this episode, please give a 3 to 5 star rating and review in the podcast store, wherever you get your podcasts. You could give us a comment on YouTube at Lockdown. And we'll be back next Friday.
That's right.
Sharp.
Same faces, same bad jokes. Bam, 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 bam. Theme song.